And Vish did really great on time. You were at 6:20.
Okay, and the last person is Vishy. Also, the main issues were a slight R in words like wanted and water. There's a slight, like it's almost more like water. And I don't know if that's a different ah sound that you have. But anyway, that was something to think about. Also, voicing the final consonants like S's at the end of a word, like because. It's not because, it's because friends. Okay, so that's something to think about. And also, some of your initial consonants, like the T in Toastmaster, was less aspirated than it could have been. So more like Toastmaster, but it should be Toastmaster. Okay, and you did roll, slightly roll your R's in like herself, heard, carrier, return, tried. And let's see, also focus on your unvoiced THs. Sometimes edge towards a T sound, like months, tings, true, that type of thing. And let's see, I think also a D on the, they, and that, slightly towards a D. So to focus on really getting the sound with your tongue and teeth. Okay, I think that's enough since we're short of time. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
The evaluator commented on the laughter, and I know you did the hippo, and none of us laughed. And I don't know why none of us laughed, and I kind of did it inside, but I think it was because we were so stressed from the previous part, or I don't know. I don't know how you can, when you switch to that side of the room and you're leaving the dying child and you're now hiking up a mountain and you're out of shape, how you make that funny. I don't know if I can offer too much specific, but maybe more in the face to allow us to laugh, so to give us permission as an audience who's kind of really into the story, let us laugh and let us release, and maybe that will do what you're trying to do, with sort of bring us up, take us down, kind of stuff.
Anyone else? Netta?
Vish, you are an amazing speaker. I have experienced you creating laughter and creating sadness in the past. I felt, although this was a personal story, I did not feel you being connected to it. And I think probably, maybe you're trying too hard on the technicality. The hippo joke, the monkey, it was very interesting, very technical, very amazing as an idea. But if you connect a little bit more to both parts, the sadness and the laughter in the story, I don't know how you can do that. But when you're connected to your story, you're amazing, and I didn't feel the connection.
I haven't spoken today. And I have to speak today. But Vish, you did a great job. But you did a much better job the first time you spoke. Because I heard you speak when we had the club contest. Another thing that I would like you to pay attention to is the fact that when you have these visual illusions or these projections that you make, that you keep them consistent. So if you have the baby here, make sure the baby stays there. And if you have yourself there, make sure you stay there. And when you threw these three comparisons out, you had them confused. I'm here, and you're over there. The baby's over there, and the baby's still there. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
So one thing I can say, which is kind of what these people said, it makes sense. I didn't feel that laughter or humor in your speech today, which I felt the other day when you did it the first time. And one thing which you can do differently, which can help you get that, is having maybe a better gesture. For example, most of the time your gesture was just the two hands, like you're climbing mountain, climbing Mount Washington. Maybe you could have done something like this to make that better gesture. I think most of your gestures, if you look in your video later, will be just with the hands. And maybe when you're showing a hippo and maybe doing some kind of a more better gesture may help us relate to it better and feel that you're trying to show a hippo and a donkey and something like that. So maybe better use of gestures can make your speech much better.
Vish? Why?
So it's right, wait. Quickly after me.
Okay.
Hi. So, Vish, I think you are a master of pauses and asking those questions, and I think you do that really well. I lost a logical connection in two parts of your story. You had the well, and then you said you were climbing the mountain to help with the well, yet it got drilled without that having anything to do with the mountain. So I feel like you had a story going on over here and a story going on over here, and they drilled through and you were drinking a bottle of water, but I thought you were climbing the mountain to raise money to help, and it seemed to have gotten done without that. So logically, I was trying to tie it together, and maybe that's why I didn't really laugh at the hippo jokes, because I was thinking this is a third element, and I'm not sure where that fits in. Does that fit in over here, or does it fit in over there? So I got a little lost. But yeah, the presentation style, I mean, we know you're a great speaker. I think you need to connect that logically a little bit.